live worldwide on DAZN. It's Saturday Fight Night. Let's first welcome to the ring from South Africa, Bernice the Badger Ferreira.
Nicknamed the Badger, Bernice Ferreira, 10-0. But Sergio, only 4 of her 10 wins have come against boxers with a winning record. This is a huge step up for her tonight. Is she ready?
It's going to be tough to say. She's dealing with an Olympian in Caroline VEYRE, and you're dealing with a fighter with only 2 amateur fights in Ferreira. The pro game is a lot different than the amateur, so I give her that. Bernice Ferreira, undefeated, does carry some pop in her punch, a volume puncher by nature, loves to apply a lot of pressure. So this is going to be a boxer versus a puncher, and Ferreira is totally confident and ready for the moment.
Not to mention, this is her first time ever boxing outside of her home country of South Africa. And what a scene, Sergio. Expected about 15,000 people here at the State Farm Arena. What was your first taste of that big fight feel?
It must have been winning a reality show at Caesar's Palace. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that, but some fighters thrive on that. They've been waiting for that moment their entire career. So it's adrenaline, it's the experience, it's the fact that are you ready for those lights? Bernice Ferreira, the Badger, says that she's been waiting for this moment. Let's see if she capitalizes.
We asked her what advantages she felt she had over VEYRE. She says, listen, I believe I have more power than her. If I utilize it properly, use my skills, I think I have a chance to stop her, but I can't go in there looking for the knockout or I won't get it.
No, she can't. And you know what? She has to alternate her attack. Since she's like the shoulder fighter, she needs to punch up and down. Try to get the taller fighter to fall off balance, square up on VEYRE. Then you can dig those body shots. So if Ferreira knows how to fight small, she knows how to get aggressive and small, like a Badger that she is, then yes, she can have success against Caroline VEYRE.
Well, she's going to have the advantage in the slowest walk to the ring, I guarantee you that. She is soaking this up as she leisurely meanders her way to the ring here at the sold-out State Farm Arena in downtown Atlanta. And it's a mob scene downtown. You got the Atlanta United MLS soccer team has a game at the Atlanta Falcons Dome, the Mercedes-Benz Center. This is sold out, so you got a combined crowd downtown of about, what, 50, 60,000 fans as Bernice Ferreira, the Badger, faces off against Montreal, Quebec's Caroline VEYRE.
And now let's welcome to the ring, Canada, Caroline VEYRE.
Well, you can never judge a book by its cover, but Caroline VEYRE looked outstanding on the scale yesterday. Absolutely shredded as she comes in to defend her WBC Super Featherweight title for the first time after beating Delphine Pursoon in a very ugly fight in February, Chris.
Yeah, tough fight to watch. Fouls on both sides. 4 points deducted in that 10-round fight. But Caroline VEYRE said she learned a lot from it. It's a growing experience. And she came away from that fight with her first world title, something she's been building towards for her entire professional career. This is an exceptionally talented woman, someone who's got a lot of skills, former Olympian, who's trying to make a name for himself in these pro ranks.
Ladies and gentlemen, to a great night of World Championship Boxing from State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It is all being brought to you by Salida Promotions in partnership with Win Records, Clarissa Shields Promotions, and Route 30. Presenting sponsor is Zeus Network, along with their great sponsor, OnlyFans. We get things started with 10 rounds scheduled and it'll be for both the WBC and IBO Women's Super Featherweight Championships of the World. Sanctioned by the Georgia Athletic Entertainment Commission. Executive Director Matt Woodruff, along with the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Jill Diamond, and the International Boxing Organization, President Ed Levine, Supervisor Ron Borges. The judges are Troy Stamey, Mike Ross, and Pat Cronin. The referee in charge will be Malik Waleed. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, she comes to the ring wearing black, orange, and yellow, and weighed in officially at 129.2 pounds. Coming to us from Johannesburg, South Africa, she brings an undefeated record with 10 wins. 4 of her 10 wins come by way of knockout. Tonight, in her first world title defense, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending IBO Women's Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Bernice the Badger Ferreira. And across the ring in this World Championship contest, fighting out of the red corner, she comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 129.6 pounds. Hailing from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, she had a stellar amateur career, becoming a 2020 Olympian, and now as a professional, has 11 wins with just 1 defeat. Tonight, in her first world title defense, ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC Women's Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Caroline VEYRE.
Okay, ladies, you both have been given the rules. I'm expecting good, clean boxing. When I say break, stop punching, take a full step back. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to you both.
Boy, Caroline VEYRE, all business during the walkout and the stare down as she fights for the 5th straight time in the United States, defending her WBC title for the first time. Ferreira making her United States debut, calling this the biggest opportunity of her life. Who will leave as the unified super featherweight champion? We're about to find out. 10 2-minute rounds. Live from Atlanta, Georgia, here we go.
What to watch for early on is the difference in class. Caroline VEYRE, decorated amateur, long-time amateur, whereas Bernice Ferreira, I think she told us that 2 amateur fights, just couldn't get a lot of amateur action fighting in South Africa. She would often go to events and there would be no women there for her to fight around her weight class. So advantage for VEYRE when it comes to experience.
And by the way, you could see ringside, talk about star power. Floyd Mayweather's here, Terrence Crawford is here, Shakur Stevenson is here.
I just saw Richardson Hitchens, the champ, over here, so yeah, absolutely.
Man, big time turnout for Claressa Shields, who'll be facing off in our main event against Kay Scott.
And right off the bat, I could see that Ferreira is not 2.5 inches shorter. I mean, they're pretty much equal in height.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give another shout out to our guy, Gray Johnson, over at BoxRec. 5'3", that is not Bernice Ferreira.
It is not, and that was going to be a big factor in the tactics that Ferreira was planning on using it on the inside, but you could see that she's comfortable on the outside. Moving around the ring, using the entirety of the ring and trying to get that jab going, trying to get that range and that timing. So far, this is a good opening round for Ferreira, who's on the back foot, boxing, trying to time the champion VEYRE.
Chris, there's been a lot of debate about 3-minute rounds, 2-minute rounds. We know Amanda Serrano, a big proponent of 3 minutes. What do you prefer?
I understand why some women want to fight the 3-minute rounds. I prefer the 2. I think there's more excitement in a lot of these fights over 2-minute rounds.
Listen, if you want to get paid like the men, then you got to fight like the men. I give them 3 minutes. They're just as tough. Let them have it.
That were some of your fights with 2-minute rounds.
Mannix, I heard you're a 2-minute fighter too.
Wat gaan aan? Jy wil nie sit hier. Is alright. Luister hierso. Ek soek jy moet staan met haar, laat jy kan jab en haar hoek same time. Gaan sommer die pad hê. Gaan in die pad hê. Maar laat die jab beweeg. Hoe voel jy? Hoe voel jy?
Dit niks op my nie.
Ja, maar hier hy sê nie.
Wat vir jou?
Sê lyk moenie op maak sy moet goed lyk nie. Moenie maak sy moet goed lyk nie. Okay? Moenie maak sy moet goed lyk nie because ek wil hê jy moet haar jab die hele tyd. Ja. Gaan, loop. Ek gaan hoor wat sê. So begin hy by die jab gaan weer. Voor die 1-2 kan ingaan. Hoe voel jy? Okay?
All right, let's go. Seconds out. Round 2.
Caroline VEYRE, born in France, moved to Canada in 2000, to Montreal for cancer treatment. The family decided to remain in Canada, and obviously you heard they speak French in that corner. Round 2 of 10 after a competitive first round, but Ferreira, I think, did a little better than we thought she would right out of the gate.
Yeah, I think that Ferreira's ability to box like she did from the outside definitely was an advantage for her in that round. And she's showing some pretty good boxing skills. You just don't know with a fighter from South Africa faced largely inferior opposition. You just don't know what you have. But so far, BERNICE FERREIRA looks like she's the real deal at this weight class.
I agree. And the thing about VEYRE, she's going to have to jab her way in, upper body movement. On the back foot's not going to cut her. I think Ferreira has slightly faster feet. So she's going to have to jab double and triple her way in and attack that body of Ferreira. Try to get her against the ropes, just like that.
Nice combination there from Caroline VEYRE.
And Caroline VEYRE has no knockouts on her resume. She is not a power puncher, but what she does are maneuvers like that, where she lands 3-4 punch combinations, which add up in these 2-minute rounds.
Only one loss on the record of Caroline VEYRE. That happened in September of 2024 against Joanna Chiavaria Lopez. A 10-round unanimous decision loss, but she's bounced back with 4 straight wins.
VEYRE's looking nice with that jab now. She's not making herself a stationary target. Her upper body keeps moving and attacking with that jab from different angles. This is how she needs to get Ferreira on the front foot, getting over aggressive. This is a much better round for VEYRE.
And finally, she's backing Ferreira up a little bit.
Everything off that jab. And look at how she's dipping, punching and dipping, not giving Ferreira anything to punch.
Take a step back. Take a step back.
Caroline VEYRE says she had very aggressive Mexican sparring training for this camp. She expected a rough fight, a tough physical fight, and Ferreira, she's getting a little bit of both.
Stay off the back of the head. Stay off the back of the head. Keep it clean. Break. Get out. Head.
No swell. No swell. Voel jy?
Ek voel alright.
Ja, ek wil hê jy moet goed voel. Maar ek wil nie hê jy moet so lank wag. Ons moet begin werk, dat ons kan werk met haar. Dat ons kan werk met haar alipad. In en uit. Jy hoor wat sê? Jy moet begin weer, maar kom met 1-2, straight 1-2s, van die skouer af. Jy sien sy lyk besig. So ek wil hê jy moet meer besig lyk. Okay? Come now.
And Caroline VEYRE looked really nice right there, entering with the 2-1. Switching it up on Ferreira, who's getting accustomed countering that jab. So she came in with the right hand first and popping it with that jab. 2-1-2, excellent combination by the taller, longer puncher in VEYRE.
You know, we saw Sergio at the end of that exchange. It's something that Caroline VEYRE has been working on and clearly needs just how to hold. She really struggled with holding in that fight against Delphine Pursoon. That's why 2 of the points were deducted from her. She grabs around the waist. There's a science to holding, isn't there?
Some big shots landed by Ferreira to start round 3, including a nice overhand right. The Badger off and running here in the 3rd, and something to keep your eye on. This is only the 3rd time she's been scheduled for 10 rounds. So let's see how she holds up as this fight progresses.
I prefer saying clinching, Mannix, not holding. You clinch. Hold, you're going to get deducted a point. But
I think that was holding, though.
No, I get you. When you're making it obvious with both hands and walking your opponent back, it feels like you're hugging them and holding. But if you're clinching one arm, trying to punch with the free hand, and then you alternate, and then you attack the body and back your opponent up.
Straight jab, more of like a hook there from Ferreira, who says, listen, I hit harder than VEYRE, and I'm going to prove it. And she's landed some power shots here in the third.
Good shot by VEYRE, who's not known as a hooking puncher. Caught Ferreira with a nice left hook on top of the head.
Yeah, they're both opening up a little bit.
Good body shot there from VEYRE as well.
See, that's what I like about VEYRE in the last 2 rounds. She's been punching and minding her defense, watching what Ferreira's going to be punching back, and Ferreira's been missing. Anytime a fighter misses and doesn't hit nothing, they're vulnerable for a counter. Tough fighters, they don't like missing. You know, they're accustomed to hitting anything. But when you make a miss and swing at air, just like VEYRE is doing, then that's when you're boxing. That's when you're using your skill and the sweet science, and you're popping her with that jab, keeping her frustrated. See, this is VEYRE's fight right there. This is beautiful boxing on her part, and it's just going to frustrate Bernice Ferreira.
Get out.
A beautiful look at London as the rising heavyweight sensation Moses Atamo looks to cement his place among boxing's elite when he faces Filip Hrgović in London on August 29th. Watch it live on DAZN pay-per-view or as part of the DAZN Ultimate Package.
Maar is round 4. Ek wil hê jy moet besig raak. 1, 2.
Tu peux la timer un petit peu plus parce que ta distance est...
Zet die ding aan, man. Oké, hoe voel je? Hoe voel je? Die ding moet onder my broek gaan.
Tu boxes très bien, tu boxes très bien. Garde la tête un petit peu plus en mouvement dans tes approches. OK?
Let's go.
Faites en mouvement dans les approches.
Let's go.
Faites en mouvement dans les approches, le jab, puis on met les petits points ensemble, OK?
There's 2 years of French, Todd. They haven't really done me much good for this fight.
C'est la vie. Round 4 in a very competitive unified world title fight, super featherweight division. Caroline VEYRE from Canada versus Bernice Ferreira from South Africa. VEYRE was listed as the favorite in this fight.
That's a nice little piece of boxing there. Lands 2 shots, including a straight left hand. Slips out of the way.
And meeting Ferreira halfway with that jab. Oh, good shots there by Ferreira.
Let her go.
Straight right hand to the jaw from Ferreira. Krista, I don't think you're officially or unofficially scoring this, but what would you say the feeling is after 3 rounds?
I am actually doing both, Todd. And I've got it 2-1 in favor of Caroline VEYRE. Some close rounds. I thought the first one went to Bernice Ferreira. Second one shaded to Caroline VEYRE. Third was ultra close, but I thought the activity of Caroline VEYRE gave her a slight edge. Each one of these rounds is highly competitive.
That's one of the other nuances of 2-minute rounds. It sometimes seems like it's so much more difficult to determine who's winning the round because both fighters are so active.
Good body shot there by VEYRE.
Is that a triple left hook to the body by VEYRE?
Very nice thing to do, but you need footwork for that. You need foundation. If you don't have the balance to do that, you don't get away with it. You can clearly see Caroline VEYRE does have that foundation under her. A good base for punching.
And VEYRE's got to be careful here. That's the second time that the referee has held. And this is what, yeah, see, there you go. Like Caroline VEYRE after the last fight, which was televised. People saw that fight. She may have developed a bit of a reputation for holding. So we're now 4 rounds in, has gotten her final warning from holding the referee.
Time.
Here we go.
Right here. 1 point. Hold. 1 point. Hold. 1 point. Hold. 1 point. Hold. Let's go.
It's a lot of the same problems that she dealt with in that last fight.
Yeah, she was deducted 2 points in her last fight against Delphine Pursoon. Already has 1.
I told her. I told her. I told her. Okay, I'm just
How about
saying,
the Dream Devin Haney chiming in tonight on X? Clarissa has women's boxing in a chokehold. This is a different but great event, and we'll see Devin Haney in person next week as he's part of the DAZN broadcast for the Rolly Romero Teofimo Lopez fight in Vegas.
Let's work. Moenie nie kans gee om te dink nie. There's no chance to think. Jy gee nie een keer kans. No chance. En de defense, jy sien hy wat jy daai. Daar al die tyd. Maar hy jab vorentoe 1-2. Maar cut die way en cut die way. Okay? In en net. Weer in en net.
Combination. Keep walking it down, but let them punch it on.
In en net.
She's feeling your presence. Keep it going.
In en net.
All right, we're almost at the halfway point. VEYRE versus Ferreira. Both of these women have had moments.
There's that jab gutting downstairs for VEYRE. That's going to open up right hands. I would like to see her throwing more jabs down to that midsection of Ferreira, because she's always on the front foot, backing her up and then lining up that overhand right. Ferreira doesn't have good balance. When she misses her first 2 front feet, she squares up and she becomes victim and susceptible to VEYRE.
There's a nice hook from Ferreira. Straight right hand. Once VEYRE becomes stationary, Ferreira can tag her.
Stay off the back of the head. Stay off the back of the head. Stay off the back of the head.
And I wonder how big that deducted point is going to loom. Ferreira marching forward now, imposing her will here, at least trying to in the 5th.
Right there, VEYRE clinched and quickly got an angle and let go. And that's what I'm talking about, being a good clincher, you know, not making it obvious, not making it seem like you're holding or trying to not to fight. You know, clinching is an art, and if you can do it just in a manner where you stop the action, you get a little pivot, and then you can start over again, then that's clear. That's in the rules.
No.
VEYRE with a very extensive amateur career, represented Canada at the 2020 Olympics, was a quarterfinalist, matching Canada's best ever finish in boxing. Ferreira, on the other hand, said she just couldn't find many amateurs to face her, so she just did what she could do and turned pro at the age of 31. And she's figuring the sport out. And that's very obvious as she's going shot for shot with Caroline VEYRE.
Sit. Luister hierso. Hoe voel je? Hou op die ref kyk. En hou op so
Faut que tu contrôles ta distance. Dès que tu es au bout du point, c'est facile pour toi. OK? Alors, je veux que tu reviennes un petit peu plus au bout du point, que tu fasses des 1-2, que tu steps, que tu changes ton angle tout de suite. Et dès que tu es proche, je veux que tu gardes tes bras à l'intérieur. Tu t'en souviens, on en avait parlé de garder les bras à l'intérieur, puis après ça, tu pousses et tu reviens. OK? Donc, on va gagner ce combat-là avec la distance. Reste.
Jy moet sit met aan my defense, daar, die hele tyd. En push die jab, up and down.
Are you the inspector? You an inspector? Okay, I'm just saying, pay attention.
Africa, one of the most linguistically diverse countries in the world. It has 12 official languages. English #1, Afrikaans #2, Zulu, Sergio, #3. I know you've studied a lot of Zulu.
I'm a fan of the red wine, Todd. Excellent wineries down there. There's that 2-1 that VEYRE was getting away with. Now Ferreira caught onto it and trying to catch her with that hook coming in.
Yeah, no. Stop.
With the referee just yelling from about 5 feet away, you'd like to maybe see him get in there and break these women up. Chris, how do you have this scored so far through 5 rounds?
Caroline VEYRE in front, 48-46, 9-9 round in that 4th because of the deduction I just like the activity a little bit better from VEYRE. She's not landing huge power shots, but she's pitter-pattering, getting 3 or 4 punch combinations in. Well, Ferreira, just when she's landing a good shot, it's usually just one good shot. So maybe she's to pick up the activity, but very close fight through 5 rounds.
Yeah, these scorecards could be all over the place.
No punching, no punching, no punching. Watch your head, watch your head, watch your head.
I think Ferreira is actually closing the distance a little bit better. She is landing some clean shots, but I think the volume is on the
Straight
side
right
of
hand on the button for Ferreira. She's trying to march her down. Look at her moving forward.
That's the fight for Ferreira. She needs to be on the front foot, make it aggressive. Do not let VEYRE clinch like that and keep punching in between the shots.
I would imagine these clinches don't sit particularly well with judges. Judges want to see action. They want to see someone going forward. And I think if these rounds are close and you've got one fighter grabbing, you might be more inclined to give it to the fighter throwing punches.
That lead right hand for Ferreira probably won her this 6th round. She landed it several times. We're back in Vegas, baby. 1 week away from Rolly Romero putting his WBA welterweight title on the line against 2-division world champion Teofimo Lopez from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Remember, DAZN Ultimate is the best value way to watch every fight. Fights every week included at no extra cost to your subscription and a maximum of 12 pay-per-views a year. That is Kevin Gates, entrepreneur, rapper out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Where's Kevin? There you go. Hey, Kev. Nice grill.
Nice suit. Normally he's shirtless, but yeah, he's looking fly right now. Looking sharp, enjoying the boxing room right now. Caroline VEYRE better watch out because Ferreira's getting closer and closer landing that overhand right. And if she starts landing that shot, if this is a type of fight where the judges do have it close, the cleaner punching might just outpoint the volume punching.
Couple body shots for Ferreira as VEYRE's holding again. Already 1 point has been deducted. Another one could really be a problem.
A good straight left hand there from VEYRE.
Yeah, see, you're not supposed to hold around the head like that. That's obvious. You know, you clinch, you get an angle, you push your opponent back, or you can even walk your opponent back.
Chris, are you surprised considering in her last fight she was deducted 2 points and might be about to be deducted at her 2nd point tonight? Look at this.
There it is.
Might be right there, yeah.
Right here again. 1.
Wow, this
point.
is incredible.
Stay off the hold.
2 fights in a row. Caroline VEYRE has had 2 points deducted for holding. She got away with it last time against Delphine Persoon because Delphine Persoon got 2 points deducted for hitting on the back of the head. This could be more costly. And Todd, to answer your question, I am surprised because they told us at the fighter meetings this week that they worked on this, that they understood they made a lot of mistakes with the holding last time around. They worked on it, but now here we are kind of in the same place again where she's holding as much as she is.
Why is she doing that, Sergio? Is it fear of what's coming back?
Because she doesn't know how to fight on the inside. You know, she made her career on the outside with the clean shots, the easier to see shots. Normally those straight punches, the 1-2, the 2-1. She's not an inside hooking type puncher. So once she's inside, then she doesn't know how to, she's not at home. And she just clinches after that.
I mean, we're getting close to a disqualification here. If VEYRE doesn't get her act together, and the more she stays on the outside and exchanges, advantage BERNICE FERREIRA. Nice left for Ferreira, which stood VEYRE up. Big round for the South African. Main event has arrived.
It's fight night, baby. Quote day in Atlanta. Quote day in the A.
The quote day in the A, Sergio.
Great fights tonight, but now the show is here.
She has been promoting the hell out of this event.
It's here.
I mean, she's
the greatest is here.
Best ever.
She's a performer. She's a pugilist. She's a star here, and you know what? This is a moment she's been waiting for.
I mean, how many fighters out there, male or female, can you just say there is a Claressa Shields fight coming to town, and that's an automatic 5 grand, 10,000, 15,000, 18,000 tickets sold. She has become one of those one-woman, one-man phenomenas that are so rare in boxing today. Floyd Mayweather was one of those guys. Claressa Shields.
Joe, she's doing it against so many inferior opponents. No one's even keeping it close. Imagine if she had a real rival like Katie Taylor had with Amanda Serrano.
It goes to show you her popularity. You know, whenever you're that great, you know, people aren't watching who you're going to fight. They just want to watch the event. They want to be part of history, and they want to be part of the GOAT train.
And that has been a well-built popularity. She was fighting in smaller venues in Flint, Michigan, upgraded to Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Now here she is at another NBA arena doing a great crowd here tonight.
Power shots in round 7. Another warning. Power shots landed in round 7. 5 shots for VEYRE, 16 for Ferreira. Punches landed there for VEYRE.
VEYRE's not getting the respect of Ferreira because she's not turning her punches. She's not punching through her opponent. As soon as she touches, she's pulling her arm back.
Nice job there for Ferreira, or rather VEYRE, to work out and not hold.
You could see why Caroline VEYRE has a 0% knockout ratio in 12 fights. She doesn't turn her knuckles. There's no punch placement. There's no punching through your target.
It's over. He disqualified her.
Wow.
It is over.
The fight is over.
Wow, disqualification for holding. He was about to deduct the 3rd point. Chris, what do you think?
I'm very surprised that at this stage of the fight, the referee would disqualify for holding. I could see another point being taken away, but a couple of rounds, I don't know about that, man. You know, a referee, you want to do everything you can to stay out of the outcome of the